As people prep for their last holidays of the year before the festive season, it's typical to be checking things like your passport and your boarding pass, whether it's a paper copy or digital. Often enough people just give their boarding passes a once-over, just to make sure they are on the right flight and have a reserved seat, reports Wales Online. However, the Mail reports that for those who look a little closer at their pass, there is actually a lot of information detailed within the ticket. People will be able to find key details about their flight, including if they are at risk of not getting a seat if they haven't reserved, or if they are considered a security risk. It also doesn't matter if your boarding pass is digital or printed, there is still loads to be discovered on the pass. Read on below to find out more. Booking number. This code is made up of 6 digits, which is a mix of numbers and letters, and serves to let people check in online and manage their booking, like an order confirmation number on an online purchase. This number is known as a passenger name reference, PNR, and is used by the staff of the airline to access your booking information. Turkish airline Pegasus added that this number also contains information about any meal requests, and any special assistance you may require. SSSS. If you are traveling in America, you may see the line SSSS on your boarding pass, which stands for Secondary Security Screening Selection. This means that you have been chosen to go through extra security measures at the airport by the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, and the Department of Homeland Security. Frequent flyer expert The Points Guy said, "Your carry-on bag will be thoroughly examined, and we do mean thoroughly, as every item contained within will likely be handled, removed, inspected, poked and prodded, along with the lining of the bag and exterior pockets." The expert also adds that electronics will also have be turned on and ready to be inspected. As they continued, the enhanced screening also typically involves a full-body pat-down, an additional metal detecting wand wave and explosive detecting swabs rubbed on your baggage and at least your hands. You may also be questioned by the TSA security agent about who packed your bag, and why you are flying that day. See Agent. If you see the message "See Agent" on your boarding pass, this can mean a multitude of different things, according to Condé Nast Traveler. The publication said that this could mean you have not been assigned a seat on the flight yet, and you would need to speak to a member of staff to sort it out. It could also mean that you are being sent on a code-share flight, meaning the plane is being operated by a different airline than the one you originally booked with. Frequent flyer site Points with a Crew added that the See Agent code could also mean that you will have to present a member of staff with additional documents, like travel visas. And if the flight has been oversold, the travel agent may ask you to volunteer yourself to fly on a later plane. The SEC number. There is also one code on this list that many frequent flyers long after to see on their boarding pass. Reese Jones, from frequent flyer website headforpoints.com, told Mail Online, "One of the most interesting of the marks on a boarding pass is the SEC 30 number. This denotes the order in which the passenger checks in for the flight." Many frequent flyers go out of their way to gain the coveted SEC 01. With British Airways, for example, where check-in opens 24 hours before the flight, the fastest finger on the trigger when check-in opens will usually get pole position. There can, however, be a fly in the ointment. When someone has a connecting flight, they can have their boarding pass issued in advance of check-in opening for their subsequent flight. If this is the case, no matter how fast you are when online check-in opens, you'll find the special number has already gone. Flight number. The flight number is the code of the flight you will be traveling on, and is what you look for when you are checking departure gates at the airport. The code appears as 2 capital letters followed by 4 numbers, with the letter indicating the airline and the number is the specific flight the airline will be conducting. For example, the flight number U2561 contains U2 for EasyJet and 561 for the route. Airport codes. The 3-letter codes, such as ED and LHR, refer to your departure and arrival airports. So for example, if you are flying to the John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York from Edinburgh, you would see ED to JFK. Seat assignment. This is on anybody's boarding pass that has booked a seat, and contains a number and a letter, which coincides with where you are sitting on the plane, for example, 17B. Stopover. If you are traveling with a layover in a different airport, your boarding pass often shows the code DESO. If this stopover is longer than a few hours, then it could appear as SPTC instead. Group number. Airlines like British Airways and United Airlines have introduced a boarding group system, which is aiming to reduce the amount of foot traffic in the airport. Your group number tends to tell you when you will be asked to board, and can be between 1 to 5, or even further, if the plane is much bigger. Group 1 tends to be for priority boarders, like first-class flyers and club members, with economy flyers usually sitting in the lower groups. Barcode. The barcode is usually at the bottom right-hand side of your boarding pass, and is often scanned at various points of the airport. The magnetic strip on the barcode, known as the BCBP, is scanned at security and at boarding, and often helps accelerate the boarding process of the plane. Don't miss the latest news from around Scotland and beyond. Sign up to our daily newsletter.